Hello and welcome to today's briefing. I'm Dana, and joining me is Matt. We're covering a wide range of stories, from politics to economy, sports, and more.
That's right, Dana. We've got a lot to cover, so let's dive right in.
Caroline Leavitt, the White House press secretary for President Donald Trump, is stepping down at the end of August. The reporting says she's leaving to spend more time with her young family, but will continue as an outside advisor to the president.
That's interesting. At 28, she's relatively young for the role. What are your thoughts on her tenure and impact?
From what I've gathered, Leavitt has been praised for her work since 2018 and has been influential in her role. She'll also be assisting the Republican Party in the upcoming midterm elections.
So her departure isn't entirely a departure from the political scene. How does this affect the current administration's communication strategy?
The article suggests that Leavitt's continuation as an outside advisor will help maintain some level of continuity in the administration's messaging.
That makes sense. Let's move on to another story.
President Trump is facing a lawsuit over his plan to charge for early access to his Truth Social posts. Two media groups, The Intercept and the Freedom of the Press Foundation, claim this is profoundly corrupt and unconstitutional.
What exactly are they suing over? Is it the practice of charging for access or something more specific?
The lawsuit argues that Trump is profiting by selling government information, which they believe is illegal. They're asking the court to block the Truth Social subscription service.
That's a serious allegation. How does this relate to Trump's role as a public figure and former president?
The crux of the argument seems to be that as a public figure, Trump's actions and statements, even on a personal platform like Truth Social, have significant public interest and shouldn't be monetized in this way.
This ties into broader discussions about the boundaries between public and private figures in the digital age. Let's move on.
Ukrainian forces executed a significant nighttime strike on Russia's Black Sea naval base, damaging key infrastructure.
How significant is this militarily? Is this a game changer in the ongoing conflict?
The reporting indicates that this operation showcases Ukraine's military advancements and capabilities. It's a notable escalation and demonstrates their ability to target key Russian assets.
What are the potential implications for Russia's naval operations in the Black Sea?
The strike likely weakens Russia's naval presence and could impact their ability to project power in the region.
Let's switch gears to a different story.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, plans to spend up to $20 million on conductive distraction and de-escalation devices, essentially gloves that can deliver electric shocks to gain compliance from combative individuals.
That sounds alarming. What are the reactions from civil rights advocates?
Civil rights groups are expressing concern, stating that ICE officers already face criticism for their use of force with little oversight or accountability. How does this fit into the broader context of law enforcement and the use of technology for subduing individuals? It's part of a larger discussion about the militarization of law enforcement and the ethical implications of using such devices.
Let's move on to another topic.
A federal judge has halted President Trump's executive order aimed at limiting mail voting by involving the U.S. Postal Service in deciding who can receive a mail ballot. The League of Women Voters and other groups challenged the order.
What's the legal basis for the judge's decision? Was it deemed unconstitutional or otherwise unlawful?
The judge granted a preliminary injunction, siding with the voting rights groups that argued the order was likely unlawful. How does this impact the upcoming midterm elections? The ruling effectively prevents the Postal Service from taking any action to implement the order ahead of the midterms, potentially preserving mail voting access.
Let's transition to some economic news.
N. Chandrasekaran is stepping down as chairman of Tata Sons, effective February 2027. There are reports of differences with Tata Trusts over his reappointment.
What are the implications for Tata Sons and the broader Tata Group?
Chandrasekaran's departure could signal a shift in leadership dynamics within the conglomerate. His current term ends in February 2027, and he won't seek reappointment.
Are there any indications of who might succeed him or how the company will be led thereafter?
The articles don't specify, but it's likely to be a significant decision given Chandrasekaran's influence on the company.
Let's look at another economic story.
Norway's sovereign wealth fund has disclosed a $1.2 billion stake in SpaceX. The fund also holds significant stakes in major tech companies like Nvidia, Apple, and Microsoft.
What does this say about the fund's investment strategy and confidence in these companies?
The fund's investments are driven by equity gains in Asia, particularly in tech. They reported a record $185 billion return in the first half of the year.
That's a significant return. Are there any warnings or cautions from the fund's management about future performance?
The CEO warned against expecting similar bumper returns, indicating a cautious outlook for the future.
Let's move to some other news.
Hiroshi Okuda, former chairman of Toyota Motor, has passed away at 93. He was instrumental in Toyota's global expansion and the introduction of the Prius. What was his role in Toyota's success? Was he an insider or an outsider in the company's leadership? Okuda was an outsider who became president and later chairman. He played a crucial role in growing Toyota's global presence.
Let's continue with more economic news.
Air Canada sold a 25% stake in its Aeroplan loyalty program to Blackstone and Canadian pension funds for $2.5 billion, causing its shares to jump.
How significant is this sale for Air Canada's financial health and strategy?
This sale likely provides a significant cash infusion and could be part of Air Canada's broader strategy to optimize its assets.
Are there any potential implications for Aeroplan's operations or customer benefits?
The articles don't indicate any immediate changes, but it's a significant financial move for Air Canada.
Let's move on.
Former Chinese Premier Zhu Rongji has died at 97. He was a key figure in China's economic reforms in the 1990s and led China into the WTO.
What were his major contributions to China's economic growth?
Zhu was known for forcing significant changes in state-owned industries and was a sharp-tongued reformer who helped ignite China's economic boom.
How is he remembered in China and internationally?
He's remembered as an impatient but effective leader who played a crucial role in shaping China's economic landscape.
Let's switch to sports.
Lionel Messi expressed doubts about continuing his football career for much longer, following the death of his father, Jorge Messi. How has Messi's personal life affected his professional decisions in the past? Messi has often spoken about the importance of family. This recent statement suggests a potential shift in his priorities. What's the current reaction from the football community? The news has been met with support and understanding from fans and fellow players, acknowledging the personal challenges he's facing. Let's move to another sports story. Russell Westbrook announced his retirement after 18 seasons in the NBA. He's the league's career leader in triple-doubles and a former MVP. What are your thoughts on his legacy and impact on the game? Westbrook is remembered for his incredible athleticism and competitive drive. He's one of the all-time greats. Let's continue with more sports news. Cristiano Ronaldo married Georgina Rodriguez in a private ceremony in Portugal. The couple has been together for nearly a decade. How does this personal news affect his public image or brand? Ronaldo's personal life is often in the spotlight. This marriage is likely to be another significant story for his fans and followers. Let's look at another story. Chelsea has given Manchester City a deadline to sign Enzo Fernandez by Friday. City is interested but hasn't yet met Chelsea's asking price. What's the current state of negotiations between the two clubs? City is optimistic about getting a deal, potentially for below the $120 million asking price. Let's move on. The Chicago White Sox held a Pope hat giveaway, celebrating one of their own with a Pope-themed night.
That sounds like a fun promotional event. Were there any interesting reactions or outcomes?
Fans were enthusiastic, and there are reports of the hats being resold online, indicating a strong demand. Let's switch to entertainment news. Rod Stewart has canceled his remaining tour dates after undergoing a routine coronary stent procedure.
How is Stewart recovering, and what's the outlook for his future performances?
Stewart is recovering well and has expressed disappointment at missing the shows, but looks forward to getting back on stage. Let's continue with more entertainment news. Cristiano Ronaldo and Georgina Rodriguez got married in a private civil ceremony in Portugal. They've been together for over a decade. How has their relationship been covered in the media, and what's the public's reaction to the news? The media has been following their relationship closely. Fans are generally supportive, and there's been a lot of interest in the wedding details. Let's look at another entertainment story. Jenna Ortega shared that she often went without food or water on set as a child actor to avoid being a burden. That's a striking revelation. What does it say about the challenges faced by child actors in the industry? It highlights the pressures and difficulties child actors can face, including the need to prove themselves and avoid being seen as a hindrance. Let's move on. The teaser for Haiwan, starring Akshay Kumar and Saif Ali Khan, has been released, showing a dark and suspenseful face-off between the two actors. What are the expectations for this film based on the teaser? The teaser suggests a mysterious and thrilling storyline, generating curiosity among fans. Let's continue with more entertainment news. Lucy Davis, known for her role in The Office, revealed she's battling stage 4 breast cancer that has spread to her bones. How is she handling the diagnosis, and what's her current focus? Davis is determined to live out whatever might be left of her life in the most fun way possible, showing a positive outlook despite the challenges. Let's move to some other news. Colombia declared 3 days of mourning following a devastating 7.4 magnitude earthquake that killed over 200 people. What's the current state of the rescue efforts and support for the affected areas? Rescue crews are working to find survivors, and the government is providing support, including temporary rental subsidies for those whose homes were damaged. Let's look at another story. The next total solar eclipse visible from the UK won't occur until 2050. The recent eclipse was significant, with up to 96% of the sun covered. How often do total solar eclipses occur, and why are they significant? Total solar eclipses